Welcome to this week's episode of Solana News. We have a lot of exciting news for you, including the Solana Mobile Phone selling out due to some insider information. Let's dig in. So first, we want to thank Week in Solana News for putting together the newsletter that we use. We get all of our information here in their free weekly newsletter that covers the scaling news, the application layer news, and all of the community news. You can go ahead and subscribe for free at solananews.org, and we thank you. We thank them for creating it. Next, we're going to move on to scaling and infrastructure. This is the layer of Solana that actually helps it go faster. It's critical infrastructure that allows things to be created and things to be used. And first, we're going to look at Eclipse. Eclipse is a layer 2 on Ethereum that uses the Solana virtual machine. And so they have announced that they are now in the testnet phase. So that's very exciting. If you are a developer or a power user, you can go play with it on the testnet. And Solana virtual machine is now coming to Ethereum. So that's good for both ecosystems. And then we have news from Jito Labs. They are the MEV and liquid staking protocol that allows you to stake your Solana and earn yield. They have a new dashboard that they shared, which covers all of the Jito ecosystem information. So go ahead and take a look at that if you're a staker or you're an investor in Jito. And next, the Solana phone. We briefly mentioned that phones are now sold out. These were sold out in a matter of 2 days after a sort of frenzy. The community started letting everyone know that BONK, which is the meme coin on Solana, would be preloaded on Solana mobile phones. And the BONK was worth around $500, and the Solana phones were costing around $600. So, you could spend $600 and then have a $500 airdrop right on the phone right away. So this is kind of a mania phase right now we've seen in Solana. And so there's no more phones. I expect a lot of these to go on eBay for pretty cheap after people claim the airdrop. Next, we have Fuse. Fuse is a new wallet, and they're saying that they're the first smart contract wallet on Solana. And so it's coming in Q1 of 2024, and they are bringing multi-sig level security for personal use. And, it has multi-sig security, it has recovery, it has two-factor authentication. Smart contract wallets have been a huge deal in the Ethereum space for quite a few years. And now seeing one come to Solana is very, very exciting. And finally, we have Light Protocol. This is a next generation ZK layer for Solana. And they have announced the ZK Anchor. And it basically is going to allow people to build private applications on Solana. And so ZK, zero knowledge technology, is sort of a cutting edge area of cryptography and computer science right now. And seeing people experimenting with it on Solana is very, very bullish. Next, we're going to cover the application layer. These are the applications built on top of Solana, usually consumer applications that you can actually use to get some value out of if you're a regular user. And first, Sniper, they posted their year-end wrap-up, and they just, kind of were celebrating the holiday season. They said that they have some big rewards coming, and Sniper is Solana's one of their NFT marketplaces. They say that they're the fastest NFT marketplace with the most advanced analytics. So if you just wanted to see a quick wrap-up video of their, biggest wins and some Solana NFT stuff for the year, go ahead and check that out. Next, Phoenix. Phoenix is a limit order DEX on decentralized exchange on Solana. They have now passed $2 billion in total trading volume. That is an increase of 100% in a little over a few weeks. It's just good to see decentralized exchanges growing on Solana. And it's important to note that most of this is not real organic activity. It is people who are bots of sorts who are hoping for airdrops. So this is something that the Ethereum community has seen for many, many years on layer 2s and other applications, that before there is a token, there is a lot of bot traffic stimulating volume, and a lot of that ends up not becoming real users later. So just keep in mind that this excitement might not last forever. Next, we have Underdog Protocol. They're just basically created a short thread if you want to use compressed NFTs on Solana, which are a way to create very, very cheap, very, very lightweight NFTs. They created a thread on how to do that. So you can sign in with Google, you can send them, you can mint them, you can claim them. And so go ahead and check that out if you want to play around with NFTs on Solana. Underdog protocol makes it easy to create and manage NFTs. And then we have Solana Climate, which is a dashboard for tracking Solana's climate footprint in regards to sort of the earth and climate change, etc. You know, it shows the number of validators, the total energy consumption, the total amount of emissions, etc. So if you're interested in green energy or, you know, the difference between proof of work and proof of stake, etc., you can go ahead and see Solana's footprint here at solanaclimate.com. Finally, we have the community news section. This is just comments and information and ongoings from the Solana community at large that is not always technology related. First is Solana Speedrun. They're having their second game hackathon from December 12th to the 17th. So if you are a developer, go ahead and check that out and win some prizes. Next, Solana Crossroads. They're announcing the second ever Solana annual conference called Crossroads. This is going to be in Istanbul, I believe, definitely in Turkey. And so go ahead and check that out. If anyone is near that location around the world, go ahead and check it out. It's always good to see people at conferences. Finally, Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of Circle, who creates USDC. They released a very easy guide on how to access and use USDC on Solana. So we know stable coins are growing tremendously, use cases around the world, and Solana has become a stablecoin hub. Finally, Ryan Churn. He previously was an engineer at Solana Foundation, and he released an article explaining the layer 1 versus layer 2 landscape. So you can kind of understand the design differences, the trade-offs and end games, how these different technology designs may look 5 or 10 years from now. So go ahead and check that out. He just covers all his thoughts, some good data on it, some metrics, and kind of the modular versus monolithic stack. Next, Raj, a co-founder of Solana. He had mentioned if you're an Android developer, now is your chance to launch an app to 20,000 plus users with no restrictions. And this is basically the Solana phone has now trying to break the duopoly, the two-player monopoly of Apple and Android with a new app store. And that is built on the Solana phone. Next in line with that, we have Robs, who says Solana is not just crafting tech, they're crafting a rebellion against various types of empires, governments, financial institutions, app store behemoths, etc. And he says it kind of feels like a tidal wave. So it's just important to know in Web3, we're building critical technology to empower human beings all around the world. And sometimes you got to zoom out and really feel the power of what we're doing here. And Rob's called that out. And next, Yayo. She is a Solana community leader. She actually works for the Solana Foundation. She made a funny joke that if you're a girl and you're looking for a committed and loyal boyfriend, like a husband, the Solana community has gone through tough times and will stick around more than the guys from the other chains. So pretty funny meme here. For the people who are diehard Solana guys, they maybe can get a girlfriend now. So congrats. And finally, last piece of news from CoinDesk, Solana holdings from FTX. So FTX, the bankrupt exchange, still has a lot of assets on the balance sheet, and they have $4.2 billion of Solana tokens. So if you're an investor in Solana, it's just important to note that FTX currently holds more than 10% of the supply, roughly, and that is currently staked, and they're not allowed to sell, but the ability to sell will arrive soon. It's sort of a legal requirement that they have the ability to sell after a while, and this will have to eventually be sold or given to the creditors. So important to know that markets are, supply and demand based. Right now, there's a lot of demand for Solana, and eventually we might see more supply come online. So important to note long term. And so this was another amazing week for the Solana community. Feel free to subscribe to our channel if you want Solana news in the future. Thank you, and talk to you soon.